Okay. Hello. How are you doing today? I said what I said. How's it going? Let's see. I see zero. I see zero on the stream, but I do see the comment. So let me wait for a minute because I scheduled it. It came up a little bit different than what I'm normally used to seeing it look like. Let me give it a second. Okay. Okay, I think I see y'all. I think. All right, so hello and welcome to Kelly's Wordy Reactions. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Also, if you would please hit the thumbs up and like the video as you come in. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. And there is a universal law that says if you give, it will be given back to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, people will pour back into you. And let's face it, it feels good to do things that we know will benefit somebody else. But knowing there's a promise that the same goodness will come back to you multiplied, that makes it even better. So, all right, let's get into let's get into it. It's like it's so much to get into. Where do we even begin? All right. Hello. Is it Laura Renda Smith Stanford? Hello. Thank you so much for stopping by. Vicky Vale. Hello, Vicky. And she says, hey, Kelly. And I said what I said. Okay. And stop the. Okay. Today was a busy work day. Oh, okay. And you only got partially through. Oh, okay. I think there's a typo in there, but I think I understand. Earlier video, okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for checking it out, Vicki. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got on last night and I was like, let's see, what should I do? Should I go live? Should I felt so energetic. So I said, let me just start. I'm going to start doing this video so I can just kind of get out what I think about the whole Sonya situation. And then as I was doing it, I got so sleepy. I said, I can't go any further. But I did get to get what I thought out about old Sonya. So, okay. All right, everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. It's been so much going on. I haven't necessarily had time to pay attention to all of the videos, I mean, it's been everywhere. If you're like me, we've been bouncing around. So Sonya had a couple of lives. I was over trying to see what she had to say on Sylvia's platform. I was trying to see what was going on with the court situation, and the calls dropping. So it's just been a lot. But I do want to get into this one call with Dre and Nesto, maybe both of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the first one because from what I heard of it, Dre is trying to express to Nesto how much this has gotten him and Lamont. Like, it's like this whole jail conversation thing has been hitting the fan with all of the women here lately. And it's funny because seems like it's taken a long time for people to actually start getting upset about it or something. But I don't know how that is because they've been saying what they've been saying for the longest now. But all of a sudden, we're hearing these calls where, and this one was just from January the 11th, but where Lamont is complaining, Dre is complaining about how this is affecting them with their lady friends and their relationships. So, anywho, let's go ahead and get into it. Before that, it'll be helpful if I share the screen. Okay, here we go. And now I can start it. Okay, here we go.
This video contains 2 calls between Nesto and Dre from January 11th, 2024. In this first call, you will hear Dre say that Lamont called him. They also talk about Nesto's ultimatum call with Shirley. These 2 calls took place 3 days after I released that call on YouTube. Take a listen.
What's up, best friend?
What's your name again?
Hey. Well, how you doing, best friend? That's
Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. How you doing today, best friend?
I'm well, Ernest. Wow.
Hey. Hey, appreciate you looking out for your best friend. I appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir.
It's all good.
I so appreciate you. Enjoy your holidays and everything.
Yes, I didn't do nothing. I stayed at the home, went to mom. When we went to sister house, that was it. Enjoyed the grandkids, came on back home, and went back to work the next day, Ernest.
Okay. How you feeling? You good? You snoring off your chicken boxes and all that shit?
I'm good. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I got my freedom, so, that's important. I got my health, that's important. We ain't going to worry about the money and the material thing. Everything else is going to come.
Yeah. Okay, well, that makes me feel good. That you're still rock and roll and you're healthy and you're smiling. That's you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. What else you got going on? I ain't got shit going on.
Yeah, Lamont called me yesterday.
What?
Yeah, he did. I don't know how he got my number, but he was texting to try to figure out. I think he was trying to send you some money, so he wanted to know how to do it. So I sent him the same app I sent to Dion too. So told him how to do it and put it on there and gave me number and stuff. So I told him if they have any questions, call me and let me know. I mean, it's really simple.
Yeah. It really is.
And that was it. We were just talking. That was it. He was just saying he'd been getting in trouble.
You say what? You say what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He was saying how he was getting in trouble with who he deal with, this and that. Huh?
Yeah, you're going in and out. You're getting in and out. You're going in.
Hold on. Is that better, Nesto?
Yeah, it's better right there. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually traveling, so I don't know.
You're probably going through stuff.
Still got my bar. Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah.
He was saying how he was getting in trouble, getting some static and feedback from his people. When they hear the phone calls, I guess they're accusing him of doing this, accusing him of doing that. I was just laughing because it was funny. And I guess the people that he's dealing with, well, you said this and you said that, and these girls this and these girls that. And I said, well, don't feel bad. I've been getting in trouble too for the same thing. And cussed out and all kinds of stuff. It is what it is, Lamont.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the phone calls all over the internet. People can hear them.
Okay, what? I mean,
So
I'm
when you're chopping it
sorry.
up,
I
you don't
hate
think
that for
nobody gonna listen to
y'all. I
them. Then the
apologize.
little females be hearing them. They put two and two together. I don't know what they be putting together. Like I told him, I'm single, so I don't know.
Oh, well,
And I told him, don't feel bad. I think it's feedback from them too. I get cussed out all the time.
okay.
Yeah. I just got cussed out on the last one, that phone call they released of me and yours when we were talking about what the last one? I can't even keep up with it. What's the last one when you was the last one with Dre and Ernest? They got you and Shirley out now. You know that, right?
Go ahead. I'm listening. I just all I can do is listen.
He does not.
Okay, well you can't talk. Well, yeah, they got when you asked me to make the three-way call, when you couldn't get in touch with her. So now they got those are the two that's out now.
Empathy, Nesto. Nesto.
Okay.
He don't have
The
empathy.
Broncos got those. They got you listening that you talk to Shirley, asking what the deal's gonna be. So yeah, they give her props for kicking you to the curb.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah. They having a field day with that.
Oh, they're giving the props.
Yeah, they were saying it's about time Shirley stand up to you. Yeah. So whatever was said on that phone call when you called her, I wasn't listening, so they heard it.
Yeah, Dre loved his attention.
I'm like, oh my God. I'd be so glad when my name get cleared. I don't know what to do.
Well, it'll be clear. So it's clear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many more phone calls me and you got talking. I think that was it. I think that was the last time.
Good luck.
Because I hadn't heard from you in about 2-3 months. So I think those was the last phone call between me and you.
Dre.
Just talking about stuff. Now that we know that they're being recorded, yeah, I don't think it's going to be nothing else juicier that they can grab and take that to the blog, make money off of.
It's just crazy how people try to dig in your shit, but their shit ragged as hell. How can you dig in somebody else's shit in your household ragged? So
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me. And then another thing is, talking about she's standing up to me. She ain't never do no shit like that. So all of this is just crazy to me.
No, right. No. What they saying is, up until those last calls, they just heard Shirley being there for you, being a supporting wife, just going with the flow, giving you Bible verses to read. So they never seen that. They never seen that side of her. So those last two phone calls, when she said she was done, she don't want to do this jail stuff no more, and blase this, blase that, and blase. That's what they're talking about, Nesto. If you haven't heard it, or if Sonya hadn't told you that.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard.
Yeah. Well, you hear it. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. I'm sure Sonya gonna tell you.
No, I'm not. I don't want next in the shit. I don't want to hear all that. Cause I'm in jail. You know, I can't do nothing about all this shit. You know, I can't straighten my business on my name or nothing right now. I can't. All I can do is just sit and wait.
And I don't care what y'all are going through. It doesn't make me any difference.
Yeah, one time coming. So you know, I'm just
the quiet part.
Just letting everybody do their thing. That's all I can do, bro. Yeah. That's it. I'm still living. Yeah. Still living, buddy.
And who exactly was he talking about had a raggedy household? I mean, because, you know, at least the people that are talking are free, probably in some type of household or another, and he's not. That's just, you know, the nerve. Like, how can you fix your mouth to say somebody has a raggedy household? But yeah, he always has an ulterior motive. So I think he's just like, he stalls a lot trying to figure out, what am I going to say? How am I going to say this? How am I going to spin this to make sure that I still get to do what it is that I'm trying to do? And Vicky says, and who's going to clear it, Nesto? You. Dre's name is Mud too. Nesto's name is Dog Doodoo. Yeah. I think he just, I don't know. He has no clue. And maybe he does though, and he just refuses to kind of go into it with people because it's no it's no good way. It's no good way out. So until he can find some type of a way to spin it to make it seem like it's gonna land in his favor or their favor, like I'm pretty sure it's a lot harder to say the stuff or to get the messages across to somebody like Dre than it is somebody like Shirley and Sonya, you know. Because for Shirley and Sonya, he can always sell them the dream of, oh, it's going to be so much greater later, uh, it's going to be a tenfold blessing and 100-fold blessing and all these different types of blessings in it. but for but for Dre, he's got to sit there and think for a minute. Okay, now what? Now how can I put this?
That's all I can say. But it'll be all right. I appreciate you checking up on me, make sure I'm good. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. That's the least that I can do.
yeah. I appreciate that. I sure do. Some people just be getting numbers and checking up on shit, trying to see where everybody at. That's all.
Yeah, well, yeah, they still doing that too.
Yeah.
Did your other folks come through for you?
No, not really. Not
Okay.
really. Not,
Yeah,
no.
I heard the phone call. You know what I'm talking about. So, you said everybody don't fell off. So I was just wondering, did they come through for you?
No.
Okay.
No. Just be lying. People just be lying.
Is that Sonya? Who is he talking about? I wonder.
Just be lying. That's all.
Did the other folks come through for you?
It's going to be just fine in a minute, though.
Yeah.
You know how it go.
No, I don't. How it go?
How it go is, oh, I know you was innocent. Oh, I know you can do it. I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Shirley. Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. You okay now? I know you can handle it. Yeah. All that shit. Yeah, you already. Yeah. That's what I always say. Yeah. It's coming. So it is. It is what it is. I know. I'm the. Anyway, fuck it. Ain't nothing I can say. Ain't getting no more free shit to eat off of me. So.
Oh, they eating off for you now.
He's trying to be aware.
Oh, they eating good. I'm telling you, I don't know how much money they making, what the profit margin is, and they got them popping up out the woodwork. Folks, I ain't even seen in a minute want to grab the case and trying to talk about it. The new folks are tripped though, but they not as seasoned as the other ones that been doing it. Though they funny to me. They just be searching for information off of other people, but false information and try to get it. Talk about your stuff.
Okay. Well, that's all I can say. So that's okay, man. My time coming. You know what I'm saying? My innocence gonna be proven in a minute. So I'm just gonna be patient. It's coming.
Okay.
Did you check up on them? Make sure they're good and everything?
No, I have not. No, I have not. I've been trying to just lay low, let them folks catch a breather, let them get their thoughts together because there's a lot. Hell, I'm going through a lot. Maybe not as much as they are.
Right.
And I said when the smoke clears down, one thing they do know, my intentions are positive. They should know my motives by now or what I stand for in your life. And they got my number. And if they are listening at the phone calls, I'm not sure if they are now. I don't know if she probably don't turn that off. If she are listening to them, she can hear for herself what's going on. When it comes about me and your relationship or friendship, that's what I mean by that. So she will know what my intentions are.
Yeah, you got good intentions.
You keep saying, it's too much you can't say, and I got you. That's what I'm saying. So if she are listening to them, if she hear any of my conversation with you, she know what my intentions are. My intentions are real.
This is true.
By the time that me and her talk or whatever, when I came and seen her, that was I've done what you asked me to do, and I've done what she asked me to do. That's just my job as a friend.
Have you done that? You definitely have.
Yeah, I know, and a lot of people don't understand
so now
that.
we're back on Shirley.
Even in my camp, a lot of them don't understand it. I think.
Hi, Nosy Rose.
Listen to me closely. So the new ones that came along that don't really know the depth of me and your relationship and friendship, they don't understand it. They think when they hear something, they just take it and run with it. They don't understand it. You know what I mean? You made a statement. Yeah, you made a statement on the last call, just like them folks them new folks that you dealing with. If you would have listened to them folks and them folks crazy, and you'll be see when they grabbed that, they thought you was talking about them. So they called me, cussing me out. Oh, so you told your friends, so he's talking about me. No, he's not talking about you. Seriously.
Okay, hold on. This is a bit much code. This is a bit much. Okay, so I said what I said. Says, I wonder who the new folks are. Yeah, and they're trying to mess us up, and yeah, I think they did what they set out to do, because I am mixed up about who all these folks are. Who is all these folks? And then I said what I said. Shirley, they always start out in code, but wind up letting us know who they are referring to. Okay. I thought it was Shirley. I mean, it's just yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, by him kind of circling back and asking Dre, like, oh, okay, so they do understand. But this really, like, I hope Sonya ain't tuned out yet, because this really does speak to how much on January the 11th, 2024, how much Nesto is still trying to secure Shirley. He is still trying to make sure that he keeps circling back to the people that he thinks he can count on, like a Dre and a Dion a little bit, and trying to make sure Shirley has not gotten too far out the way. I approve this message. Says, so glad I don't have to only listen to those other channels. Oh, thank you. I'm here. I try to be. Nesto and Dre are cringe. My God. I'm like, what is going on here? It's a lot of categories of folks. And I know that that's how they're doing it on purpose, but goodness. Okay, so let me just spin it back just a touch, because we're going to get through this and take some of y'all's calls today if y'all want to call in or drop in. Okay, here we go.
See, when they grabbed that, they thought you was talking about them. So they called me, cussing me out. Oh, so you told your friends, so he's talking about me.
Now we back to Dre's lady.
Seriously.
So this
he
is
was
Dre's
talking in general that people, yeah. I got phone calls where I got cussed out. But it's going to come to you in a minute. Then this person ain't been together no 3 years.
I got it. Yep.
She moved on. But you still listening at the phone calls. And the last statement that she got last year to me and you talking, she thought she was talking about her 3 years ago, because I had told her the friendship that me and you had. And you met her.
Yeah.
And you met her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he wasn't talking about you. Yes, he was. I was like, man. And I had to go back and look at the phone call my damn self.
Because I wasn't talking about them. So I don't know where they get that from.
What I'm telling you, right, I got that. Because you didn't call no name, but you were saying in general, but I guess based on the conversation. See, when people try to turn you against me, I'm sorry. turn me against you. You know how it be when you was out here. They try to say this and they try to say that. They don't understand why we can still be friends. They don't understand why I can still be friends with God. They don't understand why when people go through stuff, how we can be friends. I understand. They don't know the depths of the friendship.
This is true. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Um, I was just saying, for some people, he has shown some things that they didn't think about him. And so, you just can't just, I don't know, just like Sonia is always trying to get people to unknow what they know, unhear what they heard. Um, and you just can't do it. I mean, for some people you don't really know what cat that was that you let out the bag that they don't want to fool with, or they don't want to be associated with, or they may just not like it that you know about his dealings and you're complicit with his stuff, and they just might think that's not cool, and they don't like it. They don't want to be, they didn't think you were like that, and they don't want to be associated with you like that anymore. So I mean, what can you say?
To the right.
They don't understand the depths of my loyalty that I have with you or anybody that's close in my circle, male or female. They don't understand that. And I'm not trying to, and I'm not going to explain it to them, Ernest.
You ain't got to.
I'm not going to explain it to them. So they have to take it how they want to take it. And, but and he did this. He did that. And that's why I did this. And you said, he said this. What did he mean by that, Dre? Won't you ask me that and give me a chance to explain what he's trying to say? I don't have no problem telling you what my partner said.
Well, Dre, let me tell you. See, the thing is, once you heard the call, you don't need anybody to explain it to you. Not only can you hear the call, but you can replay it over and over again. You can stop it. You can get all the nuances. And uh, why does somebody need to ask you a question about what was said? Maybe ask you a question about what was said, but they don't need to ask you what was said, because they heard what was said, and they heard, like I said, they heard the things that you know about and you're okay with, and that's okay, if that's what you want to do. But sometimes some people just don't want to be associated with it.
I really don't. And why do I have to explain this to you? And me and you are not in a committed relationship. I ain't seen you in 3-4 years. Why I got to explain this to you about what my brother said? That's what's crazy to me. And then you get mad and hang up the phone.
I'll tell you what's so crazy. I explained.
I'm like, damn.
She didn't like that at all, whoever she is.
I explained it to them in their face. And I told them, this is my best friend. Do you have your best interest in your hand for him? Yeah. I explained it. Am I wrong now? What I'm saying?
Your motto is the same every time that you get introduced to someone, because I don't introduce you to everybody, no way. No, if I got interest in it and I like it.
Why does it feel like he thinks Dre is talking about Shirley. I think Dre is talking about his own lady friend. I, and I feel like Nesto is answering him as if Dre is talking about Shirley. Um, I don't know. It wouldn't be the first time they're talking about two totally different situations. Oh, but yeah, I think Dre is talking about his someone that he knows who's not Shirley. I think they've mentioned Shirley in here. Um, but I just feel like he's talking about his own lady friend that he's been in some sort of a relationship with. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep listening to it.
I will come find you unless you see it.
You will.
And your motto has always been the same. He's different. I'm telling you right now, he's a different breed. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? He is who he is.
That's been my motto.
That's been your motto.
Yeah, it ain't changed. So why they got a problem with what's being said that ain't been said about them? I'm confused.
Right. When you said if y'all will listen to them folks try to get you to get rid of your friends, you've been crazy just like them. So she's thinking that she's trying to say, I told you that she was crazy. But she getting nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking about you mental health crazy. I'm saying that when things don't go your way, there's another side of you where you be tripping. That's what I meant. Like you can get crazy sometimes. And he's talking about me. I appreciate him talking about me. That's why I did this. And hold on. I hadn't even heard the video. I had to go back and listen to the video. I had to go back one or two times before that. And what she was saying in general, that everybody that came, I understood what she was saying. What she was saying was, throughout my life, everybody that came to my life, if I would have listened to them folks or followed them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm trying to follow their advice.
Exactly.
She missed that part.
Exactly.
And you said you had those same people that done did this to me, that to me, and whatever to me, and I moved on from it.
And you
which is the same thing that yeah. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
It kind of bothered me a little bit because I wasn't expecting that from them because they so intelligent. They got a mouthpiece of a college degree graduate. They know how to use their words properly. They know how to run business. They know how to do contracts. You know what I mean?
And they know how to
very,
understand.
very educated. Smart to the T when it comes to book sense. But when you heard that, you went off.
Okay.
Hey, man. I'm sorry to be rude for laughing.
No. You ain't got. You don't have to apologize. I don't want you to apologize because you ain't did nothing to them people.
I ain't did.
You ain't did nothing to nobody in my circle. Nothing. You ain't did nothing. You just stated your opinion on how you felt. You ain't did nothing about it. You ain't took nothing from them, one of them.
Damn. Shit crazy, man. I think they just want to be a part of that. Just to get back in the dough type shit. That's the best I can say right now, sir.
Well, just say that's not right, but but these folks are so prideful, they would never say that. They would never say that. But they way over beyond better than that. I'm not doing that.
Sometimes you gotta let your pride down to get where you're going now.
I never tell Dre that. I never tell his criminal friend. Both got felonies. I never tell them that. That's how they look. That's how they look at us.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
Well, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. That's me saying that now. That's me saying that. That's just my terminology of what I analyze how they think. I ain't said they said that now. No, you ready to snap. They didn't say that. I said that. Okay.
So then the question is, Dre, why are you talking to someone, or why is someone? I don't know. He sounds like this is a lady friend of his that he was with at one point in time. Maybe he thought he could be with them again. For whatever reason, they're not seeing each other for long stretches of time or whatever. I don't know. The question to me is, why is he so pressed about it? If this is somebody that he's not even with, or I don't know, this is like some sort of type of friend of his. I mean, it seems like, why are you so upset? Why are you in whatever type of a relationship it is with them anyway, if they are like that and they have a problem with your past, even though like you've done well to continue to do well after your criminal past as far as Dre is concerned. So I don't know. I don't get this person. Angela says still team Dre. Yeah, Dre, he's got some strong points. He does have some strong points. I can just, I don't know. I think I can see why, if someone heard him say something that they didn't think that they would hear coming from him, and if that's a person that he knows personally, then that's why, that's why they don't want to continue the relationship. So hello everybody that just came into the chat. Angela Carter and Shay Baby says exactly. I mean,
Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, because I got some speak on that now. Because, boy,
But no, but what I'm saying is, you don't met some people throughout your life and your journey where you don't met, where folks probably looked at you like you were not on their level.
Oh,
and they probably talk to you like you was a little boy or something, like you didn't have common sense. But when you handle your business and when they see otherwise, they look at you different. That's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. You're sure right. Absolutely. Wow.
So,
this hurt Dre's feelings.
Hey,
Whoever
man, I
she
just
is,
like, I be in my truck, I be
hurt his
3,
feelings.
4 o'clock in the morning. I be just saying to myself, I just pray. Now, let me say this to you, too.
Okay.
And I like this. I like this right here, too. That's one of them blogger name is Sylvia. Infamous Sylvia or whatever. She be down there in court all the time with Young Thug's case. And I think she sat in on your case, too. She's an older lady. She's a blogger, too. I like her. Let me tell you why I like her. Because when you looking at her channels or whatever, she don't really get off into all that gossip. She'll listen at it, but she keep her personal opinions to herself. And that last one that she heard when you was going off and you was cussing and you was talking about the lawyer furniture and the dark TV and you was just going off and she was like, Lord, we're gonna have to pray for Ernest.
What?
And she said, well, yeah. Yeah. Now, and she said, every time she in her podcast, everybody that's on the live, they all say a prayer. And she included you in her prayer. And I liked it. That touched me. She asked God.
Okay, so again, January 11th. So this is well before infamous Sylvia actually started going to see Ernest on his jail visits. So this was before that. So Dre's, listening in to her. He's listening to her when she's online and looking at her YouTube channel and seeing that she started at whatever point. I don't know what point it was, but at whatever point she became very tender-hearted toward Nesto and Sonia. And so Dre is over there, favoring that whole thing. when I heard this, the first thing I thought was, why somebody always got to be just so happy that you're getting prayed for? Like, does anybody ever pray for us? Where are the men that are saying these prayers, that are interceding for the women? Where are the men that are the strong spiritual leaders that are, coming in clutch and saying, those women, they really need our prayers. They really need God to come through for that. What area do you need prayer in? You need prayer, you need God to come through for you in a certain area of your life. Where are the men that are doing that? Because I don't know. I mean, I'm a praying person. And I believe in God, and I'm a Christian person and everything. But I just kind of feel like, okay, you're happy that he's getting these prayers, but not one time did I ever hear Nesto, out of all of the I believe in gods, all of them, and it's been a lot, I never heard Nesto tell Shirley, I'm praying for you. Hey, before we get off this line real quick, before the phone call cuts out, let's pray real quick. Let me pray for you. And all of the trouble that Shirley saw, everything that was going on before she actually stopped talking to him. He never, not one time in all of the I believe gods, never not one time offered to pray with or for anybody. Where is that? Where is that? I mean, I that's where I am with it. Like, I guess you would be happy that somebody is trying to pray your friend through. But when is he going to pray for somebody? When is he going to turn it around and start talking about who he's prayed for, and or just show us, pray for somebody, pray with your wife. I mean, like he had every opportunity. Sometimes I used to even be wondering Shirley too, I used to just be wondering, like, when are they going to pray before they get off of one of these calls? Never, not one time did anybody ever like really say anything about a prayer. But you so happy that here comes somebody talking about praying for your friend. And I guess all I have to say about it is I guess you would. I guess you would be happy about that. But for somebody that's supposed to be as much of a believer as Nesto says he is, sir, where is your prayers? Where is your prayers? Hello, that girl. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And Shay Baby says, IS, so that's infamous Sylvia redirected her focus to become a part of the story, but our God didn't send her to pray for this married man. So, amen. Amen. I actually I was going to I had looked up one time I heard about, I never used to listen to what is this man's name? Billy Graham. I never used to listen to Billy Graham like that. He wasn't really, I don't think I was really in his generation. I knew of him, I heard about him, but he wasn't ever anybody that I listened to. But I heard excuse me, I heard that Billy Graham said that he never counseled with women. He never actually met with women alone. And when I went to look it up, I was going to do some type of little piece or content on it, but I lost my focus and didn't get a chance to do it. But there was a whole like Billy Graham rule or something where, but it was really just, I think people tried to make it out of more than what it was supposed to be. It was his personal rule, and it was his rule that he held for himself and he believed for himself. Now, whether he tried to push it off on other people, I don't know. But he didn't believe in meeting with women by himself. And probably within his church, he probably tried to make it to where, similar to how a male doctor might be with female patients, like get a nurse in the room or somebody else in the room when he's one-on-one with the female patient. So that's all it reminded me of. So, there is just all sorts of things. There's a way to look decent and in order. There's a way to make it look like something has the uh, appearance of evil, right? So it's just some stuff like you shouldn't do, uh, or else you're going to bring a different type of look on it. And then you wonder, why do you look like that? Why do people have something to say about it? Well, had you not presented that, nobody would be able to say anything. But since this is what you presented, then that's why people can actually have something to say about that particular thing. Um, hey y'all, hello afternoon roses. But yeah, I just, I almost get angry, annoyed. I'm gonna say annoyed, not angry. But when I hear something like this whole situation with Dre saying, and I like that. She said we're gonna have to pray for him, and she actually prayed for him, and I really like that. I mean, okay. I'm just like, okay, because where are the people that Nesto could have called? The other thing that Nesto hasn't said is that he ever actually called on anybody that he could call on. The chaplain, his own pastor, from whatever pastor it is that he calls his pastor. Like, he's never talked this talk in all these calls, all the I believe in God's. He's never talked about prayer until Sylvia went over and started to pray for him. He's never talked about getting anybody to come in there and deal with him on a spiritual level. Anyway, let me because I could go on and on and on and on. So we'll get back in here.
He'll cover you, give you wisdom, give you whatever you might be dealing with. Don't know if you're guilty or not guilty, but after everything that's going on, no matter what it looked like or whatever else in her face or whatever her blood saying, he this, he that motherfucker this, the motherfucker that, she still asked the Lord to pray for you.
Well, I like that. I like that because I do believe.
And I said, if I ever meet her, if I ever see her, if anyone ever want to interview me and call me and want to talk to me, I go on her show first.
Damn.
Yeah, and I liked that.
And when you're talking about this subject, I just want to kind of speak to what that girl is saying right here. When you're talking about this subject, you pretty much hear about things that, that come out. So, Yes, I'm Hazel came out, and she talked about what she went through in her time of being over there at Nesto's Buckhead. Nova, I want to get it right. Nova Savannah came out on Nyla's channel. She talked about what she dealt with in trying to work over there for a short time at Nesto's Buckhead. She talked about what her friend went through, because her friend actually went through the whole ordeal, the undressing, as Yes, I'm Hazel did. And so if you can know about all that And I'm not going to say who needs prayer and who doesn't. I think that um yes, absolutely, the victims need prayers too. I think everybody needs prayers. But I think what I want to say is, why be so public about this person who is the accused, praying for them? You could pray for them by yourself. You could pray for them. Um, Infamous Sylvia's daughter asked her on one of their live chats. They had this brief live chat. Her own daughter asked her, "Why do you have to go to the jail and pray with him? You could pray with him over the phone." And then a couple minutes later, they talked privately. I think she put everything on silent, on mute. They talked privately, and then she got off of the whole live stream. That's true. Like, it doesn't have to be. If you feel so compelled to pray for him, it doesn't have to be public. It just doesn't. Maybe she prayed for the victims, which she might say, "Oh, I prayed for the victims too." So, but how did you decide who you were going to pray for publicly and who you were going to pray for in private? Who you were going to put on the channel to pray for, and who you were just going to say a prayer before you go to bed at night? I mean, and I haven't heard her say that she prayed for any of the victims at all. I'm just saying, like, how was this decision made? How was this decision made? And yeah, it does feel like, again, given that appearance of evil, it does feel like the decision was made for what would bring the most views, since you're putting it on the channel for views. It feels like that's how the decision was made, because I'm of the belief everybody needs prayer. Now, who's going to pray for everybody? I don't know. But yeah, of course, everybody needs prayer. But why you for this person and not this person, for public viewing and not for public viewing? How? I don't know. How does that decision get made? Well, you can, since it has been done this way, you can kind of boil it down to what would be more popular. And that's what seems to have made the channel. Afternoon Rosa says, exactly, that girl Dre is a fraud too. And that girl said, Dre is a loudmouth clown. Dre, you want to be a part of this too? We see you. You can get dragged too, sir. And Dre has been plenty dragged. Plenty.
Okay, I appreciate that.
She did. Now, I ain't saying she's sparing you now for what's going on, but no matter what was going on at that time, she still asked the God to cover you. Your spirits or whatever. I got to go back and listen. And I don't know word for word. So I know if they listen, they're gonna quote me word for word. I don't know exactly what all they got to do is just go back to her page and listen at that day when you went off. I think after that was when you called me, when the lawyer called me, and you went off and said you didn't say that. When you went off on him, that's the one that they're talking about.
What?
Yeah. When you kept going off,
they put that out there too.
You got damn right. Yeah. When you called me going off,
acting surprised about what's here. He knows it's all here.
And I don't appreciate him. They heard it from you. Said that's the one that they was talking about, and they were like, "Ernest, this." They say you were losing it. They say you snapped, but she still at the end of her podcast she still prays for you. Not the whole thing wasn't on you, but she just prayed in general what was going on. But your name did come up.
Okay.
So like I keep trying to tell you, you ain't shit right now out here in the street. But she still prays for you, and I like that. I really do.
Okay.
I said I was gonna tell you that. Infamous Sylvia. And all you got to do is ask the people to go to this. They probably don't heard it. I like her. I really do.
We
So
know.
I
We
need all
heard
the
you.
She ain't went on criticism and stuff. She will talk and let
Hi,
people talk
Pamela,
on
the
her
wire
podcast and
designer.
she'll say stuff, but she don't add no juice to it
Thanks for
like
stopping
the rest of
by.
them do. That's what I like about her. No disrespect to the rest of them. That's how they get their money. That's how they feed their family. That's how they pay their bills. I'm okay with that. But some of them get real nasty and petty.
Wow.
And I don't like when they be trying to call Shirley out. I don't really care when they try to call you out either on certain things that I know that's not. I don't like that. I really don't. But what can I?
Well, we don't like the way he be acting. We don't like the way that he be acting, and I really think if Dre would listen to these calls with a little bit less bias, he wouldn't like it either. But I think he's just dug his heels in the sand. He's gonna be. He said at first he said he was Team Shirley. Now he's turned into full blast Team Nesto. I don't care what happens. He's digging in. Um, you know, what else can you say?
What can I say? What can I do?
Yeah, what can you say? You Team Nesto,
Well,
period.
I mean, 'cause they don't know us. They don't know the real
Right.
truth.
They don't know her personally either.
At all.
Yeah, they going off on this woman or phone this woman because she fell in love with you.
Ain't no wrong with that. Shit, I fell in love too. So fuck it. They can't. They can't define what how we feel.
We want to see it, Ernest.
Fuck that shit.
We can't really tell.
Talking about. I don't. I really don't. They were talking back then. Gonna talk about it now and keep talking in the future.
Right.
But I will say
Yeah.
this here. I definitely like the person who prayed for me because I definitely believe in God.
Sylvia. Infinite Sylvia, whatever her name. Yeah, Sylvia. Yeah. Yeah. She did.
Her prayer.
Well, I don't talk to her. I think they know. I don't make no comment because they say they already know we be listening. I do be listening to blogs, but I don't log in and sign in and all that. I just want to hear what's said. That's when me and your name come up.
Well, I'll tell you this here. A bunch of I wish they had a fucking best friend like you, boy. I know there's a lot of motherfuckers.
They say that. They say that. They say that. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot in the comments too.
Yeah,
I really do. Yeah.
Shit, this 30 years of the game, right?
Yeah.
32 years.
I hear that, and I also hear too that I need to cut your ass off and let your ass go.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I hear that too.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yes, Pamela. And for that, if for nothing but this scripture right here. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Matthew 6:5. If for no other reason, pray for him. Just pray for him before you go to bed at night. When you wake up in the morning, just pray for him. But you already know. She already knew. She had to have known that this was going to have a certain look if she went and did it. First of all, she knew we were all going to be able to see it. But second of all, then when you just keep going further and you get the what is it? She got the video visit to put on her channel for the views and everything. I just don't see how it can look right and genuine, and just because the man needs a strong prayer warrior, I don't even see how it can look like that. It's so convoluted surrounding it. I don't even see how you could make it look like that. You could have sent a good clergy person to him. You could have recommended something. You could have sent someone if you just really did, just feel that strongly about it. But the way that it's being done, it looks just it looks just like this scripture, and just like doing something to be seen and then to take it further. you do get a chance, an opportunity. I don't know what anybody makes on YouTube, but you do get an opportunity to make money off of it when you put it on the channel. So anyway, Shay Baby says IS is the Pharisee that pray for show. And you know, and then she opened herself up to look like that. Hello, Micheline Pierre. Thank you so much for coming in today. Yeah, so these two right here. I want to hear them praying. Let me can this message get back to them? Can they get somewhere and get to praying and get to leading some prayers and really just praying for himself and themselves and Shirley and all the people that his children and everybody that feels hurt by him. And can he get to praying? Can Dre sounds like, you know, he might be able to do a little bit of praying. Can they pray? That girl says Nesto fell in love with his criminal lifestyle. Dre tells Sylvia, we prayed too. The great charges are back. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. So the CP charges, you mean? Woo. Yeah, that was a real shocker. And then Pamela, the wire designer, says the Bible says it's out of order for a woman to minister to a man, let alone a married one. I'm telling you, it's a lot, a whole lot wrong with that situation. So I don't know. Here we go.
But Dre need to go on about the business. If Dre married or whatever, he gonna lose this. I hear that too.
I'm just trying to
That's what the other folks heard that was negative too. But see, but them folks got a personal relationship with me, friendship with me.
Yeah, I figured
where they could have called me
Mm-hmm.
person themselves and asked me whatever you said, if they had a problem with it, they could have called me and asked me what did he mean by that. They was already mad when they called me. They was up and puffing and giving me a chance to talk. And had them already perceived it in their mind, oh, he's talking about me. What the hell is you talking about? I said I wasn't going to listen to this shit no more. and I wasn't going to click on no more this dumb shit. Okay, but what are we talking about? And I didn't know. And when she hung up on me, I had to go back and look because it just came out. I'm like, Lord, that just got in for work. So I took a shower before I get back out.
Damn.
And I ain't heard from them folks since then. No Merry Christmas. No Happy New Year's. What? No nothing. These are Christian, God-fearing folks.
She
now
meant
they're supposed to be forgiven.
Whoever she was.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. I know she's going to get mad when she yeah, they're forgiven.
But it's true.
God-fearing.
Well, you can forgive somebody and you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to talk to somebody that you don't want to talk to. It's a lot of people in this world that we're not talking to every single day and you never will talk to. He can be extremely forgiven, excuse me, by her, whoever she is, and she don't want to talk to you anymore. That's okay. That's okay. That's just fine. Micheline Pierre says Dre is disgusting, just like his BFF. Dre is tripping. You know what's really stands out to me about this? He is so upset about this woman that is not like he hasn't I don't know, but I just feel like this is some type of romantic interest for him, even though he says that they don't see each other all the time. But if she's such a romantic interest for you, then why are you not why hadn't you pursued her like that? why is she over there where she's at? And you don't talk to her in long stretches of time and see her in long stretches of time anyway. But you're so upset that now she doesn't want to talk to you anymore. It sounds like maybe she shouldn't have been talking to you like that anyway, because you don't really want her, but now you so upset that she don't want to talk to you. That's interesting. And Shay Baby says the last time I saw her, she talked to Nesto, but her stretch in the pokey, not a lot of prayer going on. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I never was I don't know, just a regular watcher over there on that channel. I would just, go in to see different things like, I don't know, reading of documents and stuff like that. So, but I definitely did see the interview or part of the interview that she did with Sonya, and it was like the last piece, and I got so upset. I got so upset. I had to just click off very quickly on the piece where Sonya had already tried to talk her trash about Christian people and what we're supposed to do and what we're not supposed to do. And then when Miss Sylvia went into talking about, giving her this heartfelt, I don't know, prophetic word that God had sent her to Nesto, I clicked off so quickly. And had I known anybody to call to talk to, because I nobody that I really know talks to about I talked to about this. Um, but I would have I had a lot to say that day. That was very upsetting to me. Extremely upsetting to me. Micheline says she probably heard a side of Dre that she never heard and confused how he uh windmilling in the streets for his BFF. Um, yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. I think she heard something that she didn't think that she would hear from him, and she decided, okay, I don't, that was probably just the kind of the nail in the coffin for the relationship, since it seemed to be kind of like on its last leg anyway. Dre loves screaming from the mountaintop that he's single. Yeah, was it you or was it somebody a little earlier in the chat that said that he likes to let that be known for the YouTube streets? Dre displays some characteristics of Nesto. It's just that Dre is somewhat refined. hmm He hides it better. And that was Pamela, the wire designer. And then Micheline says, these people be playing with the Lord's name. Yes, indeed. Oh, I don't think I've ever heard it so much.
Go to Bible study, go to church. Got every analogy when it comes to forgiveness, but when it comes to Dre, fuck him and his friend. I knew what he said was wrong. That's what I don't understand either. I can't. That's what I can't. That's what I can't grasp.
Wow.
But we'll probably talk again. We'll meet again, and I'll get a chance to say my piece. And if I don't say my piece, God know my heart, and He know what was going on. So He'll know. He'll work it out with her.
Now, sometimes,
But it kind of bothered me though, because your butt got cussed out.
well, you know what? His thing. His thing.
All because of you.
Well, you get what? I'll give you an example.
All because of you.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Let me back. Yeah.
I'll call you right back.
Okay. Oh, you good. I got one on my phone, Nesto.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So them type of folks I like. Them folks, unconditionally, they still gonna respect who you are as a friend, no matter what's going on.
I bet it is. I don't know that because I think this is the call where Nesto is getting ready to say a bunch of his mumble talk and just kind of bring everything back around to himself. And I just don't know that we need to hear it. Does anybody want to come up and talk? Um, Pamela said, I was upset that day too. I just prayed and went about my day. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know what? What did I do? I'm trying to remember what I did. It took me a minute. I shook it off, but I was like, I can't believe this. I really couldn't believe it. I was confused. Like Nesto always says, I'm confused. I wanted to I wanted to understand where on earth she could have been coming from with that. Let's see. Micheline says Dre knew about the hose being on the RV. He is not so innocent and unaware. Yeah. Yep. Dre knew. And, I guess, like I think I've said this before, I think I was a little bit naive. I didn't think that Dre knew about um, a lot of the Nesto stuff. I felt like Dre was on the road, minding his business, maybe involved in his own relationship, and he caught up with Nesto when he caught up with him. And yeah, and I think I thought that Nesto was hiding a bunch of his stuff from, you know, from different people like Dre. But yeah, I don't not so much anymore. Not so much. Looks like they all knew what they knew, and they were good with it. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I can remember how to do this. And I'm going to put the link in the chat and see if anybody wants to come up and talk about any of the recent events. Put it like that. Okay, there that is. I will give y'all a second to let me know. And then I guess I'll just go back to this call and find a good little stopping point because I really don't I really don't think I want to hear Nesto mumble through this next call. Let me see. I hope I'll know if somebody comes up. Oh, Shay Baby sent a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Eventually, um, I'm going to put the super chats and the super stickers in this little scroll, this little ticker thing that scrolls across the bottom for the what did you call it? Like the stream sponsor. So for right now, Shay Baby is the stream sponsor. But I don't know if I know how to change the banner that quick. But thank you so much. Thanks again. And yeah, so have I pinned it? I don't think I pinned it. Let's see if I know how to pin it. Nope, I don't know how to pin I don't know how to pin the link. But the link is in the chat. Let me see if I go on my phone if I can figure out how to pin it. No. I'm gonna get it all figured out. But the link is in the chat if anybody wants to come up and give your comments verbally instead of just typing them in. Okay, that girl says Dre is no better than Nasty. Dre wants Nasty with Shirley to continue to use her to get out. Dre is Team Dre and Mr. Nasty only. And you know what? It does benefit Dre. If you can look at it like that, it does benefit Dre for Nesto to keep Shirley and get Shirley kind of back in good graces and everything, because then Dre won't have to come off of any money. Um, Nobody would be looking at Dre for any type of money like that if he was back in with Shirley in some level, on some level in. So yeah. Um yeah, I just think these unfortunately, like all of these guys of this group seem to be the type of guys that just really have uses for women instead of um, looking at the women as being like an equal in the relationship, or I don't know, just being loved in the relationship, being an equal, respecting the person. I just don't see any of these guys as respecting, really like truly loving, respecting, um, caring about, really taking care of and providing and protecting any of these, whoever these women are that they're in relationship with. I just don't see it. I do not see it. And they look at the women from all these calls and all the evidence that we have. I mean, this is not anything that me or you all or anybody is just pulling out of thin air. Like everybody, all these guys, the women have a purpose, they have a use. And it seems like when they don't really have a use and a purpose, then the woman doesn't even get the courtesy of being called her name. Like Shirley's friends, they don't even get the common courtesy and decency of being called their name. Like they have no use for these guys, and these guys don't respect them one bit. Shay Baby says, "Do you think Dre really has empathy for Shirley?" For me, no. Um, well, I'm gonna say I think okay. So I think Dre does Dre because I was reading Dre, but thinking Nesto. Um, I think Dre feels bad for what Shirley has gone through. I do not think Dre feels empathy for Shirley being completely like being in a relationship with a guy like Nesto at all. Mm-mm. He doesn't feel bad about that. He feels bad that Nesto got caught and caught up in what he was doing, and now it's embarrassing to Shirley and maybe threatening Shirley's job. I think Dre is more likely to think about things like Shirley's age and what has transpired with her since she's been with Nesto and stuff like that. But as for just the whole thing that could have been never started if she never had gotten with a guy like him, no, he doesn't feel bad about that. He just feels bad that his buddy got caught up, and it looks like it looks and it's threatened what is threatened for Shirley. Micheline says, "No, ma'am. They think they are the prize. They do. They do. and it runs deep. Like they are the prize, and everybody else. It's like no matter how much trouble they've ever been in, and none of that seems to not make them not the prize. Being in jail, all these different types of charges, as ugly as they are, none of that disqualifies them. In their minds, they are not disqualified on being the prize. They're still the prize. They still deserve all of the reverence, the respect, and the women are still just for use. The women are for use with these men. And that's it. That's all. Okay, let me get to a little stopping point here with this one.
You know what I'm saying? To go out there in the trenches first. That's what I like. Then when you told me that, I got my answer. I didn't want to stop until I made sure you're good. You're good.
I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain that night.
Yeah, I remember. I kept calling you. You cussed me out so damn bad. I said, well, shit.
What you mean? What you mean? I cuss you out?
You cussed me out because you was in pain. You know, you're like, because I kept calling you so damn much, trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Because I know motherfuckers be guys, but men, they think they can handle that pain shit and try to sit at home and goddamn croak the fuck out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
To the fucking doctor, see what's going on. That's all. But
when that pain jumped down on me, that felt like that time when you had to go out there killing deal like that for your blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to just sit down. That pain makes you. I tried to fight it, tried to go to the whatever, but it was something else totally different that happened that night.
Yeah. So, but guess what? I mean, you know, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have heard about them people that took you and made sure you was good. You see?
Right.
So, and that was a test of time as well. And I'm pretty sure y'all still good friends right now.
Yep. Yeah.
So somebody got them. You got to get rid of all them people. And I said, why would you do that?
Right. Right.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with me. Why would I get rid of somebody that's good that I don't even know that's good? And guess what?
Right.
It's working itself out. So it is what it is. Yep. You know, couple people ask me in here, hey man, how you for your birthday? You know, hey, it's another day until I get out. You know.
Right.
How your anniversary? Hey, it's on pause. Everything on pause, so I get out. Ain't nothing gonna go on until I get out of here. So I'm concentrating on that. I ain't gonna concentrate on the bloggers, what motherfuckers talking about. They can't help me at all. They helping themselves right now. So I definitely appreciate that lady, Sylvia. That's her name. I so appreciate her.
Sylvia.
I definitely appreciate her.
Yeah.
Prayer for me.
Infamous Sylvia. Yep. So you know, I heard what you call said a long time ago, and your confidant.
Right.
You know, so that's what a confidant is. You know, and then I ain't gonna call the man name right now because he's going through some stuff. And I really like when he brought that up. He said you'll be blessed in your lifetime to have. He said you might have one, but you might have maybe two. 1 to 2 in a lifetime, you might run across a confidant. That's that ride or die friend.
This is true.
Your constituents and your Conrads, the other two we're talking about right now, that's in your face, that's there for whatever reason that it is, and trying to pretend like this and trying to pretend like that, but simply despise your ass and something supposed to happen to you. Some of the two that he's talking about that everybody got, the constituents and confidants. I mean, I'm saying Conrads, I'm sorry. And I had to look up the definition of each one of them.
Well, this shall pass. This is gonna pass. It's gonna pass, and it's gonna pass, and the day by day, shit is shaking and raking like it need to be. I'm an innocent man. God knows what's going on, and whatever He got for me, He's gonna show. So that's all.
Right.
And you just gave me confidence even more, and also when you said what the young lady said. That's a speaking through him to her to you to tell me. Because I don't really talk no fucking body. So guess what?
Right.
I'm good. I'm just going to sit here and just hold off and wait. So that was a message that you needed to tell me today, and I appreciate that message. That's some deep,
Yep.
that's deep right there. And do it bother me that I be want to hear that from other people that are supposed to be close to? I ain't getting it. Guess what? But I can't worry about it because a lot of things have been said before this even happened. But my job is to pay attention to what was said before this even happened.
Right.
You got what I'm saying? So, so that's what keep me going on that over there. That keep me going, keep my spirit going, and don't be thinking all fucking negative and shit about other people that used to deal with in the past. But sometimes the intention ain't good for this. It ain't built for this.
Right.
I get all that, but God gonna send me what I need. So I said, He done send me just enough to keep it going, keep my faith going, keep my downfall going, all that shit. Just stay focused. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm on that right now, buddy. So, and I'm glad I did have that conversation. You said I went out. I don't think I went off. I think I was just venting out, but I wasn't lying though. I was telling the fucking truth. Everything I was telling the truth. So I ain't got to sit and play games with the shit I'm talking about. So it is what it is. So that's what it is. But don't worry about them other folks, man. Them other folks should know your character. That's what I don't understand about people. They know your character, but they be fighting that shit. Let's just really just go with the real truth. That's a good man. But they don't want that. They say they want that shit. I just want a good man. That shit in your fucking face. You goddamn fall the fuck off. Because they don't want that shit. They want somebody they can goddamn control. That shit ain't making no sense to me. It ain't making no sense. So that one thing.
Let me interpret this, what he's saying right here. So go by your character. That's forget about what I'm saying. Forget about what you heard. Forget about what I've shown you when I thought you weren't looking, and just continue to lie to yourself and make yourself believe all the things that you were thinking before I showed you what I showed you when nobody was looking. That's what go by your character and know you got a good man. That's what that looks like. Micheline says God sent those detectives on your trail to uncover the darkness and the lies. Welp. She said what she said.
I enjoyed about that eight years that I've been with my estranged wife. We didn't try to control each other. That's what I like. I didn't have to try to control her. She didn't try to control me. We didn't have no limitations on shit. Checking each other phone like kids and shit. Or what she said, this you said. We ain't have to deal with that shit until now.
I bet Shirley wishes she would have checked the phone. I bet she wishes she would have checked the phone at this point. If it could have mitigated any of this damage, that has proven to not be a good idea. And then that's what's so funny about him bringing up things like this. Like that's not valid. I'm sure even Dre, as much as he wants to support his homeboy, I'm sure he's got to be thinking that wasn't best, not for Shirley. I mean, it might have been best for you, so you could just keep on doing whatever you were doing and nobody find it out until all this has now happened. But no, that definitely wasn't best for Shirley. And it's like, dude, how dare you fix your mouth to say that, considering where you are and how all this has transpired.
You see what I'm saying? So it's good that she going on and living her life and doing her thing. I'm proud of that. I'm the man. Ain't no motherfucking man should want his woman to suffer through this shit right here and knowing that ain't.
Now this is a lie.
Makes sense.
This is a tremendous lie.
Man
Ooh,
to go out there
my gosh.
You're a hunter. on it. I want me a real good man that's gonna handle his business. And I just tell you all the time, you handle your business. It ain't that many motherfuckers out here handling their business no more. They ain't. They ain't. They sitting around looking at goddamn video games, shooting pop tarts, smoking weed, blunts, drinking, foot kickback, waiting on the girl to come home with the check. That's what the fuck going on out there right now. So guess what? That ain't my fucking world. So the ones who blogging and talking shit, that's a new age pimping right now. They're sitting around.
First of all, the definition of handle your business. What in the world? What in the world? What do we think that would be in Nesto's dictionary of what it looks like to handle business, for a man to handle business? Like, is that what you were doing, sir, over there at Nesto's Buckhead? Is that you were handling business? And is that what you and Erica King were doing over there at those addresses? Y'all was handling business? Is that what you were doing in the RVs at the Walmart, handling business? Like, what in the world are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's just some things he just ought to just be quiet. He just ought to be quiet. He should have done a strong man. I sure do hate that this is happening to you. Even Lamont, tell Lamont, man, I'm sorry. I mean, and that's it. What in the world is all this talk that he's talking? It's ridiculous. Surely been successful. No thanks to you. You were a fraud. Absolutely. I mean, oh my gosh. You know, he meant the woman no good. I mean, for everything that he did, started her car and in the morning and chauffeured her around and all that sort of stuff. If this was the price that she's had to pay for it, no thank you. He is not a good man, period. No. And Dre, I mean, whatever it was, like it, I don't know what the woman heard and I don't know what call he's referring to, but whatever it was for her to feel that strongly about it to where she had to literally cuss him out. This is what he's telling Nesto. He got cussed out based on what she heard on a call. You know, that's pretty strong. Fake businesses. Yeah. That's pretty strong. What did she think about Dre to where she found out she was completely wrong and she felt so strongly about it that she had to cuss him out? That's actually saying a lot.
Around blogging, sitting around looking at YouTube, making up shit, smoking, drinking, doing whatever they doing. Instead of find fault on other people, but they ain't got their own shit together. And I
He
mean,
wish he had an opportunity to be out here. Go ahead and crank up a YouTube channel. Like, didn't Dion tell him to make what did Dion tell him to do? Put together a podcast, get a YouTube channel, get something together so he could start his own thing where he was talking to people. I don't know what Dion wanted him to say, but he wish he could be out here right now doing a channel.
With the niggas right now, talking about the same shit. They come in and out every day. So I know I ain't sitting here making this shit up. It is what it is. But I tell you what, whoever out there, they better tighten up, because guess what? The white folks gonna get rid of all our niggas out the way. If they ain't paying attention right now, the message coming in every day by the thousands to take over their shit. So they're worrying about the wrong thing. You need to be trying to unify each other, try to pull some power together, because this shit gonna be over in a minute. I ain't gonna live to see it. I'm not. You ain't either. the robots taking over. I know you see them new cars coming out.
Now he's trying to fear monger Dre.
You ain't made your fucking car.
But yeah, Micheline, you may be right.
Can't run down the street like goddamn trying to push the motherfucker out the way. Hit the repo man come. Ain't no more repo man. They cutting their jobs out too. So this shit is finna get crazy out there. I already be out there in it. So it is what it is. I go to court next month for a bond hearing, for another bond hearing. I've been to like 5 of them. Guess what?
What day next month?
I go on the 5th. I go on the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what that gonna look like. So it is what it is. Yeah.
So that's just like a bond. That's just a bond here, not actually court.
No, it's just a bond here. I have not been indicted yet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 18 months and a few days. I still have not been indicted.
I was getting ready to ask you how long it's been. Almost 2 years.
100%, Pamela.
Yeah, I seen motherfucker had it in the paper. Dennis had the same charge, one of the same charges I got. Hit on with $100,000, same fucking charge, and they charged me with $800,000. Tell me that ain't no conspiracy. Same shit, a motherfucking legal dentist from county to county. It's in the newspaper and it's on Channel 5 News. I'm not making this shit up. So it is what it is. So I just be glad and go ahead and put a hand on this thing, man, and go ahead on, let it release out so I can go home and do what I need to do, man. That's it. And now I'm trying to get out and trying to fight all these people who talking about it, man. You know, I don't really care about none of that. That don't make no sense to me anyway.
Right.
I can't drive myself crazy over that shit. I'd be a fool to do that. Because the same one talking about they work in the department store back there, shifting groceries in the back there. I'm just telling you the truth. Or they on lunch break looking at shit, goddamn eating their pound sandwich and shit.
And if that's true, that would be better than sitting in Cobb County. That'll be way better than sitting in Cobb County right now for these many, what did they say, 600 and some odd days. So I don't know. I don't know where he is pretty good at deflecting. I'll say that, because how he can get these things out of his mouth when he's sitting where he's sitting, and he knows that he would rather be in a grocery store. He would rather be sitting on a YouTube channel. He would rather be stocking or whatever all these things are that he's saying. He'd rather be doing any of that than sitting where he's sitting.
That's it. I done seen him do it. So it is what it is. So I don't really care. I know real important people sitting around looking at that shit all day long. Come on. They got too much shit to do. You don't make no progress in life with that shit. So it is what it is. Ain't nobody perfect in this world. So no, don't let that. I know it makes.
Actually, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Okay, let me see if I have, it looks like I have Micheline. And let me stop sharing Nesto and Dre so I can get Micheline up. Okay. Okay, Micheline, are you here?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, welcome to the channel today. Thank you so much.
Kelly, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to put my 2 cents. I don't know.
Let's
I feel
have
the
it.
same way you feel about Dre. I kind of was okay with Dre, but after that call when he told Nesto you didn't love her anyway, I was like, no. I looked at him different. Not that I thought he was better than Nesto. I just thought he was a little bit better, but now, no, he's in the dumpster. He's in the gutter just like Nesto. Nasty Nesto. And then the fake
Absolutely.
call. the fake call with him trying to, oh, I need to apologize for you for something I said. Even when he said it, Nesto didn't say, I never told you that. That no, that's not what I said. He didn't say anything when Dre said that.
Mm-hmm.
You never loved her anyway. Because what
Mm-hmm.
last week call, it was a lot of calls. Dre spoke differently because last week calls they say that they weren't aware that they were being recorded, but now he know he's being recorded. He's kind of tippy toeing on certain conversation. Dre,
Yeah.
yeah, he's just like it's like this man is about to get indicted. What you gonna have to say to YouTube street? And the Sonya thing, I don't know. I feel like that's made up. I don't know. I don't think that she's finished.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
don't think
know,
she's
go
finished.
ahead.
I think that was staged. I think that was staged. I don't think she's done.
Mm-hmm. Well, it could definitely be going a lot of ways. Sonya, she really does think she's clever. And when I listened to her live, I did think that the only thing that really kind of made me think like, okay, you are really like you really think you got it figured out this time is because she kept saying that it was her season finale and there's not going to be anything to talk about now that she's left him. Okay. And she's been saying that the whole time. Now this is going to end it right here. It's always been one thing or the other that was going to be, oh, when they come out, when the next big story, when the Diddy thing dropped, oh, they're going to stop talking about us. Like, it's always been one thing or the other when people were going to stop talking about them, and she hadn't been able to figure it out. So for that reason, I think the people that are on that side of it, I think it's a little bit of all of it. Me personally, I do. I think it's that. Like, she thinks she can end it, and she thinks if I just come up with a master scheme and this is a good one, this could end it. But I do think she's tired of babysitting him. I really
Yeah,
do. Mhm.
her time, her money. Because even from the yesterday call, they was annoyed with each other. On that call,
Mhm.
he was very annoyed with her, and she was very annoyed with him.
Mhm.
But
It seems like it's
but
gotten short. Like,
yeah, yeah,
mhm.
yeah. He has nothing to say to her but the compliments. He knows she just look at my nails. You like these? Yeah, because my edges are thick.
Mhm.
It's like listening to
Mhm.
eighth graders.
Oh my goodness. It's
It's
so
like listening to
ridiculous.
two middle school teens crushing on each other, and he's
Yeah.
playing the role, she's playing the role.
Yep. And they can't blame it on us listening because it was actually worse. It was worse. Before they knew we were listening, it was worse. So
It's,
no, it's
it's
not us.
comical.
This is just what y'all do.
It's so comical. I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
how? And he's so dirty. Nasty Nestle, you played all these games. You tricked everybody. That's why you in that corner with her.
Yep.
That's why you in that corner. Your back is against the wall, and you have no choice because nobody messing with you. And it's just Miss Thing. Miss she talk about YouTubers, she talk about the vloggers, but she inserted herself into Nesto because she know the story was gonna blow up. And actually, today I finally seen one of the 11 Alive, which is a local Atlanta news station, when they broke the story about him scamming people. Him and Erica, they
Oh,
tallied up at
really?
that time a sum of $1 million. Because I don't even know if you remember from the first few call with him and Shirley, when Shirley was like, "We don't got no money, $1 million."
Mm-hmm.
That's what she was referring to. I'm like, oh wow, oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When they first broke the story, they said
hmm
that they had been scamming people for, I don't know, years, and how much it had
yep,
added up to. Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
I thought it was interesting too, and something that if you were smart, like a smart woman should have taken note of. They said in court that he was known for being able to scam and manipulate women. They said
You
that in
see what
court.
you see what he got caught up with when they got him.
Yeah,
Face mask. I'm a pharmacist.
absolutely.
I ain't never processed no liquid Viagra. I process pills, but liquid Viagra? What?
Really.
Yeah, I was like, wow,
Where does that
liquid
come
Viagra.
from then? I wonder.
Liquid Viagra. Well, there's a dark market with people who get certain medications that they can't legally get from the pharmacist. So that's probably where he got it from. We talking about nasty Nesto. Everything about him is illegal and fraudish.
Wow. And see, when you talk about things like the dark web, that's also where you can access those type of pictures that he had. And then they
Yep.
said, we're dropping it. And then they said, oh, it's gonna get revived. That DA, yeah, she looked like she was standing on business. she,
Did you see Hannah face? Hannah
I
was
saw
looking like,
Hannah's
wait,
face.
I'm confused.
I saw Hannah's face, and then I saw the DA, and the way that she was looking and looking off, and getting her paperwork. Like, that's right, I said it. I said it, and I do not take it back. I was like, wow, what happened with that? Yeah.
And all his charges are so extreme. I don't see how some Dre is still standing by him. It's not like it's a traffic ticket or he stole $5,000 from someone. No, he stole what over 100 grand from the teacher, another 70, 90 grand from the other lady. This man, he had the
Mm-hmm.
pictures of the kids with animals. He had the great victim sign a contract with her blood. Like this man is
Mm-hmm.
so demonic. There's no hope. I don't see how anybody could be like, I'm gonna pray for you. The Lord works miracles. Okay,
And they were so
okay.
excited. They were so excited.
On
Miss
that phone
Shalene,
call.
they were so excited when those charges got dropped, and I was listening to him, and I was thinking he's never, not one time, saying, see, I told him I didn't do this, I didn't do,
I
like,
cried.
there
I
are,
cried. I had a moment as a grown man.
I
I cried.
cried. That's not what you're supposed to say, sir. And
He
God
can't
did it,
believe it.
and God did it, and I cried, and I cried. You're supposed to, like, when are you ever gonna say, I don't, I knew I didn't have nothing. I don't even know where that could have come from. I don't have stuff like that. He never makes those declarations, and I just think that that's the type of declarations that you ought to make if you really don't have anything to do with that type of stuff, especially
And he
once it
did,
got dismissed.
and he didn't start saying that he was innocent until Sonya must have told him about the YouTube streams. Like, oh, because you're not mentioning you innocent. All of a sudden, he starts saying, "I'm an innocent man.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's when he
I'm an
started throwing it
innocent
in.
man.
Yep.
I'm an innocent man. Somebody after me. You didn't have anything. Who after you? You was fake rich. Who was after
Mm-hmm.
you? You didn't even have the money. You surely kind of catapulted him, I think, into doing the fraud because now she exposed him to other people, like Married to Medicine, his barbershop being on there. There got to be some attachment to Shirley because
Oh
where the
yeah.
hell Toya Bush and her husband gonna meet his scheming and scamming behind?
Right. 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 Yep. He had, I think he probably had a lot of legitimate opportunities, but at the end of the day, I don't think he knows how to take advantage of legitimate opportunity. For one reason
I
or
feel
another,
I feel like he was in competition with his wife. He was in competition with Shirley.
and that's the
He
wrong
was
thing to be.
he was secretly in competition with her. This is an educated woman. She's been on the radio over 20 years. She's working with Steve Harvey. He how he went about getting the G wagon. He was in competition with her. Like, oh, I'm going to show her. You and Dre was on the phone
Mhm.
talking. You said you wasn't in charge of the finances. So what you was doing with whatever money you was bringing in? If your wife
Mhm.
was in charge of the finances, she was making over close to $500,000. So what were you doing with whatever money that you was scheming and scamming with? Like his
Mhm.
story is just all over the place. That's why he attracted Sonya. He's the author of confusion, and she's
Yeah.
the co-author because she loves
Yeah.
confusion. Everything about Sonya is so confusing. It's just like sometimes I be trying to have grace for her, but it's like, nah, you're crazy, baby. You are bat shit crazy.
And just lying like uh on her live. I was trying to listen, and then she'll just go into the lie, and then she'll just go, I don't like it when, she wants everybody's intelligence to be insulted to spare her. And
Mhm.
it's just ridiculous. Like, everybody is not going to go with your storyline so that you can be right. It's it's not going to happen. And I feel like for her to expect that everybody would just go along with this, oh, we're friends and friends and friends. I know what it was. Friends can travel together. We can be just friends and travel together. Like, she won't, even though we've heard all these calls, she still won't just go ahead and say, yes, the man is, I was claiming him for my man. He was, that's what we were supposed to be. We're supposed to be in a relationship. She still wants everybody to just go with this storyline that she creates. And it's sickening. I have to take her in small sections, because
I don't know if it was.
that level of lying to my face is just ridiculous to me.
I don't know. I don't know if it was Nyla or Fran from Bougie. They replayed. I don't know which one of them. They replayed that conversation where she was basically begging Nesto to be. Oh, it was Fran because she was playing. She was pointing out how July 11th was a very important day. A lot of things was going on
Mhm.
with Nesto, and on that day was when she was on the phone, and he was like, "Oh, if you gotta ask me something, just tell me what the f it is. What? So what do you
Mhm.
want?" She was acting like she can't talk like a little middle school girl. I have these feelings. Just like, oh my god, how old are you? You confessing your
Mhm.
love to a man that's in jail that's probably going to be locked up till he dies?
And
Oh
you
yeah.
have to tell him, you're my man. See, that's that pimp mentality again. I'm choosing. Are you choosing? You choosing up? You choosing me? That's not, you are my woman. I want you to be my woman. I want to be with you. That is like choosing a pimp. That's really all he was telling her. Like, if you want me to be your man, you choose me. You say I'm your man, and that's what it is. I'm your man, but you're, the part he's not saying is, but you're not necessarily my woman.
No, he never claimed her. Besides giving her those
You
little
have,
compliments, he's never claimed
yeah,
her.
no,
And she's okay.
he made
She's
her
okay with that.
choose
She got
up.
tough skin. She got tough skin. No, are you hurt? No, I'm not. And then the conversation when Sylvia called her, Sylvia was laughing throughout the whole conversation. So I'm like, is did she break up with him? Is this story real? I didn't get it. I was like, why is she laughing throughout this whole conversation?
Mm-hmm.
And then why you
Yeah.
have Sonya number? Why are you calling something? Oh my God, these
Mm-hmm.
people.
Oh yeah, they're good buddies. Did you see the picture of them?
Yeah, yeah, I saw the picture. I think Nyla posted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like, oh, y'all
they're
hang out.
yeah, I was sucked into that live. Was it a live? I guess it
Yeah, it
was.
was. It was.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did my dishes and listened while she kept saying, "Oh, let me put you on hold so I can put this watermark on here, and I have something for y'all to see. This is gonna be good." however she put it. I don't want to lie on the
Yeah.
woman, but she kept saying, hold on. She had something to show everybody. And then finally it was a picture of her and Sonya. I met Sonya in person, and it's just like, okay. Good for y'all, I guess.
But the only thing that's really making the story interesting, well, now that we know all the crimes he's committed, is because he's attached to Shirley. If he wasn't attached to Shirley, he wouldn't care. He would not
Absolutely.
care. We would not be talking about you, sir.
No, that's his claim to fame, which is also probably the part that he hates, since he is. It's just weird to me. Like, how can you want so much to be attached to a famous woman? You remember in another call, Dre said there was another woman that he really wanted, that he was trying to get, and she
Yes,
was famous. He didn't name her because he didn't, by this time he knew that he didn't need to name whoever it was. But he said, "Yeah, I remember when you were set on going after this other woman, that you want these high profile women. So what do you want the
absolutely.
high profile women for?" But
Because
back
Dre
to
was like,
usury.
yeah,
Go ahead.
because Dre was like, oh no. When Dre said that to him, his response was like, yeah, but do you see them? They going through it right now. I don't know. I don't know why. I felt like it was Portia. Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know why. He
Oh.
just he just come off that type like he wants these famous woman that he think that he could take advantage of. But
Mm-hmm.
he had no money. Portia wouldn't have messed with him.
No, she would have. Well, I don't know. I think if he could have shown her enough, I don't think she would have messed with him for very long. But Portia, she's about getting her bag. So
Yeah, yes, she is. They be dragging my poor baby. I like Portia. I like her.
I
I
like
have
Portia
I,
too.
I have a lot of grace. I
Yeah,
like
I
her.
like Portia. And I'm not against getting the bag. Just make sure make sure they actually have a bag. Uh, Make sure they're not tricking you. It seems like a lot of trickery
And I feel like
going
Sonya,
on.
deep down in that brain of hers, the little that she has, she thinking they still have money hidden somewhere.
Well, he
That's
said it. He talked about having a bank account with, did he say 400,000, 500,000? Does anybody remember?
the
It was
ATM
like,
card.
yeah. That's it.
So,
Yep.
so in the beginning, when the calls were being recorded, Shirley was on the phone saying she can't even buy a pair of shoes. So you got a bank account that have over $400,000. The police is holding the ATM card, and you can't tell your wife go get your stuff so she can buy a pair of shoes. It, oh my God, this man lied so
Hmm.
much.
Yeah, that's how those men, because I want to say he was on the phone with Dion calling Dre, or on the phone with one of the men calling the other man, and they were kind of making it look like he had money, and he was just going to have to go ahead and access his money, or I don't know. But I mean, everybody ought to have figured it out by now that if Shirley couldn't even get away from her friend's house for several months, um, she couldn't get herself the car she wanted. Like, she was stuck. So, and I'm pretty sure if he'd had some money that she could access, she would have accessed it.
Her name not on the bank account, so he said.
And then that's even worse, isn't it? If you have money, your wife is in a bind, and you won't give her, you know, connect her up with how she can get to your money, because surely if he was going to let whoever it was, Dion, there was some talk of some debit card. So if he was
Yes,
going to let somebody go get some money, he could have let Shirley get some money so she could get herself out of her bind.
because he kept talking. He kept talking about his property, his property, his property. When he was arrested, it's like, okay, mm, you could have sent your wife to go pick up that stuff. Just
Mm-hmm.
like how he was trying to manipulate her with things when he had Dion call her on the other phone, saying, "Oh, she could get the trust if she needs to sell it to put money in her pocket." He knew that was a lie. He knew that was a
Mm-hmm.
lie. He was temperature checking. He was just wanting to see how Shirley was gonna react.
Right. And what do you think about the talk of uh Sonya talked to him about his passwords and stuff a lot and getting into his devices?
He never gave it to her. That's all I'm gonna say. He never gave it to her. He never
Yeah.
gave it to her.
Yeah. I don't think he's probably let anybody have access to his devices, attorneys, nobody.
Some strange things going on in them DMs. I'm sure some strange conversations, some strange pictures was going on in them DMs.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. If you give people access to that stuff, and then his phone with I don't know, all the different things that can be in your phone, from your email to your text messages to other types of
Well,
little
if
messaging.
you have an iPhone, if you got an iPad, if you got a MacBook, all that stuff is attached. Especially if you have iCloud,
Mhm. But
your
can
text
they?
messages is
Well,
attached, your email is attached.
I know he told Dre that everything can be accessed now.
Yeah,
Uh
that's true. Even items you delete, that's very true.
yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if because Sonya talked about it so much, like when they finally, get into your devices, when they finally get your messages, when they finally, they'll be able to clear you. And I'm thinking that he's thinking, oh no.
But you notice that conversation stopped because he wasn't giving her access to that. That conversation dwindled
No.
down. She stopped talking about it.
Yeah, no. And he didn't even tell her some things that the password could have been. She wanted to shut down his Instagram so that the bloggers can't get your pictures off of it. We need to get in there and shut it down. Pamela said,
She
I'm
wanted for
sure the
two
DMs
reasons.
are colorful.
She wanted to go into them DMs to see what other female he talking to. One, two. She wanted to go in those DMs. She don't want to help Nesto. She don't really want to help him. She like that he's locked up. She loves that he
Yeah,
locked up.
yeah,
He's locked up and he's counting on her for everything. Shirley done left. The son Dion, he got his own stuff going on. He don't have time for his daddy. Lamont in his own world, and Dre just there. Dre like Dre is like he's the boy version of Sonya. Just okay, I'm here, my buddy.
I just wonder, did she think that he could have been out by now? Like, Sonya, that is. I just wonder what in the world could she have been thinking? Truly, because this man had the charges that he had at the beginning, which weren't light charges. They weren't misdemeanors, but then as time has gone on, he's picked up these other much more serious charges. And I'm just like, what in the world could you have really been thinking? Because what she says she
Mm,
was thinking is just too outrageous for anybody to actually believe that he didn't do any of this stuff. None of it. That's what
was
she
her
wants us
ten,
to believe.
was her 10 year. Let's not forget her 10 year paralegal experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her working crime. She said we worked criminal law or whatever she said. Mm.
just civil. It's just civil. It's just civil.
Yep. But Pam, the law intellect, she fixed that one day. She said, a lot of these things are civil, but they're also criminal.
Yeah, I watched that. I saw that.
So yeah, of course, these people could sue him. I mean, he doesn't have anything to get. Um, yeah, but
But
yes, he could be sued as well.
Sonya seemed to me as the type of person she don't think for long term. She think in the moment. Like I'm gonna insert myself. This is Shirley Strawberry husband. When she first met him, I'm sure he probably was in one of those fancy cars. So she was blown away. And when he was out, he would contact her every time he would want to do the do, and that's all she got from him. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why she was she needed her fix. That's why she was searching high and low with her magnifying glasses, looking for nasty Nesto when he wasn't responding to her calling her text.
Yeah. And wasn't it that she even admitted that there were times he wasn't calling her back? He wasn't in jail. He just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
calling her back.
Cause he married, honey. Y'all did the do the first day. He don't want nothing from you. You just
Oh,
another
goodness.
trick. That's what he's used to. He's a pimp. You just another trick. You, Dre said it all when he said, Nesto, she's not one of those hoes on the RV that's gonna fleep fleep on you and you record her. For Dre
Mm-hmm.
to know all of that, he was participating. I'm sorry. For him to know all of that, he was on that RV participating. Just like it's videos of him at the barbershop. He
Mm-hmm.
was he was participating in some of those activities allegedly,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. Not
Dre
Kelly, in my
Dre
opinion.
said a lot. Yeah, I hear you. Dre said a lot. Dre, he really, like, he started out, I had one opinion, and now I have a whole other picture in my mind of Dre. But let me speak to everybody that just started coming into the chat. Hello, the red lipstick hustler, Lily.
I'm gonna
Hi,
drop
thank
down.
you
Let
so much for
somebody else come
joining.
up.
Okay, all right. Well, it was fun
Okay.
talking to you, Micheline. Thank
I
you.
know. Bye, Kelly. Bye.
Okay, bye bye. And then hello, is it Black Snake Moan? Um, oh, okay, you're leaving out. All right, well, good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. And then I wanted to let me see. I missed where is it? Let me scroll back up here. Okay, I think that's what she was referring to. Okay, and then his liquid V plug is in those DMs. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, it's a lot in those DMs. It is a lot going on in there. And whatever it was, he didn't even want Sonya to see it so we could stop pulling his pictures and making our thumbnails. Oh, thank you so much, Micheline. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Micheline gave me a super chat. Thank you so much. I'm going to go over here and all right. If anybody else wants to come up, ooh, what did I do with I don't know what I did with the link. Let's see if I still have it. Paste. Okay, there it is. Okay, let me go check one thing and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'm back. And I don't see anybody in the backstage. So I am assuming nobody else wants to come up. Micheline says she brought light to his LG. Oh, his IG. She better hope the DA don't pull his IG. Oh, I would think that would be standard procedure these days. I would think, maybe not. Gail Fuqua, love your commentary, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, there's about how long? There's about 13 more minutes of this call, but honestly, I'm not invested in the rest of listening to Nesto go on and on with what he was talking about. Um, okay. All right. So I have not, since I've been on here with you all, I haven't looked at, I haven't looked to see if anything has come out on phone calls from prison today. I did see that she dropped one about another one of her inmates that she follows. And sometimes when that happens, she doesn't, I think she kind of keeps them separate. So I don't think there's a brand new one today. I'm just going to look before we go. Phone calls from prison. Yeah, looks like today's topic is Letitia Stauch. So we'll probably get something else from Nesto and them. Probably get something else from them tomorrow or so. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and go find some, Leticia, but not Nesto. And go find something to, I want to say to eat, but I'm fasting today. So I'm going to find something to drink. It's a little sad. Fasting is sad. It can be, but tomorrow I get to eat. So I'll just think about what I'm going to eat tomorrow and be happy about it. Yesterday I made some coleslaw, and so I'll just think about what I can eat with my homemade coleslaw that I made yesterday. And tomorrow I'll get up and eat that. Yeah, it is. And I'm doing it for more so for weight loss and health than it's not spiritual. I think for the Muslims, I think this is Ramadan season. I think don't hold me to that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm just doing it because fasting is just my preferred way. It helps me to go ahead and get things moving. Sometimes it's hard to like get your body to understand that you are trying to lose weight here. So it helps me to get going. But anyway, okay. All right. I'll call you. Thank you for picking that stuff up for me. All right. Well, let me go. People are leaving and coming and going and stuff. So, okay. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thank you to everybody that dropped your tips on me. I feel them and I very much appreciate them. All right. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.